In the heart of the American Southwest, there was a small, dusty town called Ironwood, known for its desolate landscapes and old mining history. Once a thriving mining community, the town was now a ghost of its former self. But there was one thing that kept it alive: the notorious biker gang. The Reapers were feared across the region. Known for their ruthless raids, drug deals, and illegal racing circuits, they ran the town as their own kingdom. The town's sheriff, an aging Vietnam War vet named Jackson Miller, had long been trying to keep things in check, but his resources were thin, and his patience was running out. Things took a dramatic turn when a military convoy, en route to a nearby training base, took an unexpected detour through Ironwood. Among them was Lieutenant Sarah Hawkey, a young, sharp officer leading a small group of highly trained soldiers on a routine mission. But when the convoy got stuck due to mechanical issues, the soldiers found themselves trapped in the very town controlled by the Reapers. The leader of the gang, a menacing figure named Grim, didn't take kindly to outsiders. His gang, known for their massive custom bikes, loud engines, and reckless violence, saw the soldiers as an easy target for intimidation, or worse. But Sarah and her team weren't the kind of people to back down easily. They had seen combat in the toughest places, and the streets of Ironwood were about to become their battleground. The Reapers, armed with their weapons and custom motorcycles, stormed the convoy's location. But the soldiers, well-trained and experienced, quickly took cover, turning the town's old buildings into fortifications. Sarah called the shots as her soldiers set up barricades, armed with both their military rifles and the limited supplies they could find in the old town. The bikers came at them in waves, speeding down the main street, their motorcycles screeching against the asphalt. What followed was a battle unlike any the region had ever seen. The soldiers used their tactical training to stay one step ahead of the bikers, using guerrilla tactics to pick off members of the gang from hidden positions. But the Reapers were not easily deterred. With each pass, they threw Molotov cocktails, set fires, and attempted to breach the soldiers' defenses with battering rams, and sheer force. Sarah's soldiers were no strangers to chaos, but the gang's unconventional tactics put them to the test. They couldn't just shoot and move, they had to think on their feet and adapt. At one point, a soldier named Ramos, a former sniper, took to a high tower and provided cover fire while the rest of the team worked to disable the bikers' vehicles. Meanwhile, the remaining soldiers engaged in close combat with the gang, fighting off brutal attacks with martial arts moves they had learned in their training. As the battle raged on, the town became a war zone. Windows shattered, buildings caught fire, and the air thickened with smoke. The soldiers pushed forward, outnumbered but determined. Then, in a final desperate attempt to crush the resistance, Grim mounted his massive motorcycle and led the charge toward the soldiers' position. His roar could be heard from miles away as he plowed through the streets, hell-bent on ending the conflict once and for all. But Sarah had a plan. With her team's quick thinking, they set a trap. As Grim neared, one of the soldiers, Private Martinez, shot out the tires of his bike with pinpoint precision, sending the leader crashing to the ground. Before Grim could react, Sarah and her team swarmed him, taking him down in a series of swift, calculated moves. In the aftermath, the gang's reign over Ironwood was shattered. Grim was captured, and the remaining Reapers scattered, fleeing into the desert. The soldiers repaired their convoy and left the town in peace, but the legend of the battle between the USA soldiers and the Reapers would live on forever. Ironwood would never be the same. The people of the town, who had lived in fear for so long, now had a sense of hope. And as for Sarah and her team, they left with a newfound respect for the unexpected nature of warfare, knowing that sometimes the most unforgettable battles are fought not in foreign lands, but in the forgotten corners of their own country.